Hello everybody, good morning. I am going to demonstrate the basic makeup stuff that I do, just so people have an idea. It's not a lot. I have this illuminating face primer by e.l.f. that I use. I put just a tiny little dot, the tiniest little dot. And that I put on my cheeks and up in here, just a little bit. It's not a lot of noticeability. And then I have my infallible, which I don't really like that much. It's supposed to be full coverage. I take just a little tiny dot, but it's not my favorite. Now, I know that you're not supposed to wipe the product on, but I always have. I do not have a beauty blender. I do recommend, though, that you don't use your fingers for things like this. I'm just very lucky with my skin. My sister, if you touch her face with your hands, you will cause her to break out. If she touches her face with her own hands, it will cause her to break out. So it is probably not advisable to do things that way. But there we go. That is the basic foundation. I am all foundationed. Now, the other thing I like to do, I will show my palette thing, actually, that Karen got for me, which is really nice. So this is all the ones that I can use for. Oh, it's funny, those look blue and they're not. They're like really, that's the lightest, like a crew. And that's sort of like a golden-y kind of color. So the colors certainly don't look true to what they are here. But what I do is I take, you can go with a deep one here, but I take, something that's a little bit darker like this, and I brush it around the edge. Yeah, and I bring it in here on the underneath of the cheeks. Then I can take something that's lighter in whatever way I want. So I'm going to take something that's like this. And I'm going to go in just where I put the primer, just to highlight the cheekbones just a touch. I can take that. I'll just bring down my nose a little. But that's it. That's the basic. So now I can take and I just lightly brush everywhere so it's not like lines on my face. And reasonably, one could go just like this, right? One could go just like this, you're not overly made up, but you've evened out your face a little, giving yourself a little definition. But I also like, because what's underneath here are my eyeshadows. There we go. See? Eyeshadows. So thank you again, Karen, for making me have this, or allowing me to have this really wonderful palette. I am going to put on, where's my brush? There we are. So usually I have my brush. I'm going to get it just a little bit wet, just so that I can, keep the brush cleaner before I put it on here, even though I clean them before when I'm done. So I'm going to take something hopefully noticeable. I'm wearing blue. Should I find a blue? Down here I've got a really dark blue, so I'm going to go and take that really dark blue. And I just put it here and here to start. So you can start to see the difference it makes. Right? Starting to see the difference it makes in the eyes. And this is really it. Like, I just play around with that part of it till I am satisfied. But it's what I want it to be. Makeup faces are weird, aren't they? You just go, even though I'm doing my eyelids. Something about that mouth, but see, that's the thing. So then you can take in and just soften anything that you've done, right? And I can bring that right across now, because it'll be softer. That's why I start with the outside corners, because that's where you put the product heaviest, right? And then it starts disappearing off of your brush. And it uses minimal product that way. I think I'm going to take some kind of lighter blue. I'm not sure what kind yet. Maybe this one. Yeah. It's actually a lot brighter. Right, so we're starting to get there. But it's not a very long or involved process. So now I'm just going to take and take off some excess. Because I am not a drag queen, I am not transgendered, I am not a cross-dresser. This is just me doing my men's makeup. So, there we go. That is really all I ever really do for the basics. Now I can go in and do some extra detail. I could go in and I can put a highlight there by my eye. And you can see that opens the eye, makes it a lot bigger, and it makes the whites look whiter. And it's a small thing, but as details go, details do count. So sometimes that is what you want. Now, I also have a foundation powder that I can use if I want to say, if I wanted to just go over things, right? So you can actually bring things down if you find them a little bold, right? So that just softens everything, but yet it doesn't take away everything you've done. So it is just quick ways to enhance yourself. And that's really all I try to do. I'm not trying to drastically change my face. Although someday I think I'd like to learn how to do that. That could be fun. Now you can use just a hint of mascara just to make sure you haven't covered over all of your eyelashes, right? And that's it. That makes all the difference in the world. So I hope everybody had found that, I don't know, interesting in some way. And until the next time, take care of yourself and have a great day.